So far, no one's watching your video. Will they watch mine?
T-Man 978, Chill Review.
Hello everyone, T-Man 978. Right now we're taking a look at Transformers Age of the Primes Deluxe Class, the 13, Quintus Prime. There's the stuff right there. Here's a bigger piece of the artwork. There's that. He transforms into a thing. And he has the Ember Stone. The Ember Stone is pretty much like the Allspark. He's almost like the prime of creation. The Ember Stone can create life, biological and mechanical life. And he can create ecosystems. He created the Quintuson, surprisingly. Yeah, that's not surprising. But, yeah. So he's like, probably their scientifical type genius dude. Quintus Prime. I messed with him a while ago. Like almost as soon as I got Quick Strike right here. And these two were shocking to me. They were like the first thing in this wave. They're from this first wave of the 2026 scheduled. Let me say scheduled 2026 Age of the Primes Deluxe Class figures. Short Shot is another. But out of these three, definitely these two right here feel substantial. Like they have a lot going on. They don't have as much engineering, like their transformations are nowhere as complex as this guy. But everything else is like, because of that lack of engineering, I guess, they got the rest of the budget in their bodies, like as far as their plastic and I don't know. He has a lot of moving parts. Zooming in on this guy, he has some really good light piping. Why did that go back down? But it's like he has 6 eyes. And when I do this, you can really see that. And the light bleeds through his back so you can see through his chest. If I have the light, let me try to change the lighting. So you can see what I see when I'm not filming. But basically, there we are with that. But, here's his face. He is monstrous and kind of organic looking. Definitely the tentacles. I'm pretty sure this is some Cybertronian writing right there in those tentacles. And like this is all like a pliable, like Marvel Legends style cape, but it's thicker than a Marvel Legends cape. Like all the way around. It's really thick plastic. It's 5 different pieces. And then under that you see he has full legs. There's like no waffles. They're translucent, but they are very, very solid. And you have this articulation. The joints are tight. Bend at the knee. You got a swivel at the knee because it doesn't have a thigh swivel. The foot can go back due to transformation. Crazy ankle pivot. That goes all the way ridiculously in. While we're here, he has these tentacles, and I'm going to zoom out. The tentacles can act as extra hands if you want. And maybe you can shoot out of that because they have the blast effects ports right there. But I'm going to flip it this way because we don't got those little pins. And let's zoom out. The head is on a ball joint. You can look all the way up if it didn't have this thing in the back of his head. But his head is definitely fully, they wanted to really capture that light piping effect. So he has this articulation. Swivel here, bend at the elbow, swivel in the wrist, and yeah. Inside of his back, we have the Ember Stone, if I can find a good way to get, there we go. The Ember Stone is right there. We can push in on this because that's what's actually ultimately glowing. So he's almost like Amalgamus, where the artifact is a part of his body. Well, let's zoom in on this so you can see this Quintus symbol right there. There we are. But he can hold this, or he can use one of these arms down here to hold it, so he can still have his arms free. You know, yeah, I can't decide on how I want them to be. So he can do whatever. I imagine he could fly. This is how I think of it. Like he's floating around with his just mystical power. And the fact that he can fly in his alt mode. But yeah. It's crazy. And what's the only disappointing thing to me is he doesn't come with like an actual weapon. It's like they really went heavy on the artifact that they're known for being the thing. Like I guess Megatronus is the one who's known for weapons and whatnot, so he's the guy that came with it. Like Alpha Trion isn't known to be a weapon wielder, so he doesn't have a weapon either. I have to review him at some point, but this is cool. He didn't need legs. Looking at all this, we know the Quintessons just walk around on tentacles and of some type of like hover propulsion, but they know people would be complaining if he absolutely 100% didn't have legs. Now I do wish, now I'm trying to get him in this pose that he had some type of ankle rotation. But yeah, I don't know whether he's supposed to be like a space squid. On the box it shows you that he's transformed into a spaceship. But yeah, as we can see, like I said, these could be his guns. So I guess these are his weapons. In fact, let me get something to demonstrate that. Stay away from my creations. So yeah, there we are with that. Maybe I should make his thumbnail something like that. Shooting these ooze blasts. I don't know if there's an extra joint under his neck, but I am noticing that I am able to tilt this side to side more than you would typically get with a transformer. But oh yeah, I pushed his little tentacles up here in his chest if you didn't want them just hanging about around underneath of his arms. Alright, I imagine these three hanging out doing stuff together, but he feels like way more substantial than this one, and she's smaller than him. And reading my comments, I'm not supposed to talk about stuff like that. Like plastic quality and all this other stuff. I'm nitpicking. I'm like, get out of here. People are weird on the internet. But yeah, I like him a lot more than I thought I would. He has a ton of detail and whatnot. People like detail. Listen to the people in the comments. They like detail. But and he's more posable than I would think he was gonna be. Like I when I first saw him, I didn't even think he had legs or anything under here. I'm happy they included it. He doesn't really need it so much. He could probably just stand up on this hard plastic without the legs, to be honest. I don't think I showed that he had a waist swivel, but he does. But anywho, let's transform him. He barely transforms. I guess with less engineering, he can get more plastic. But anywho, we are supposed to move the arms like this. And you saw me put these back into place. Now, I would like his head hiding more, but it's just supposed to stay like this, and he is a Cybertronian thing, so I guess it doesn't really matter. You pull these out, keep the hand straight, and cover the hand with that on both sides. Rotate the arms like this, and we can lift this up and bring this into this angle. Bring this up and angle things like that. Now we need to peg the arms and the front of this together. And under here, we need to rotate, I believe. I could be wrong on that one. We need to take these panels on the back of his leg and get it like that. And like that. Then, wait. We need to take this and accordion a double hinge up here and put that plastic into a groove in what would be his crotch. Like that. And then put this like this. And these pegs right here go into some peg holes in the back of this skirt thingy. Like that. And some pegs on the front of his legs go into 2 peg holes and these. I mean, honestly, it's nice that they put pegs, but you don't really need that. It would stay pegged. And now he is a flying squid type jet or spacecraft or whatever. I would imagine it would probably work underwater, to be honest with you. But it looks like this. And he has ports on the bottom. So I guess if you wanted to, you could put the feet like this. And he could have like some type of weird exhaust coming out of there while he's hovering around. But these are meant to be back like that. So, yeah. It just turns into a thing. An alien thing. We've seen creatures like this in movies, but and we've seen like vehicles like this that look almost organic. But you still have access to this cockpit, which is very difficult. I'm not gonna lie to you. Get your finger in a spot. And he has that thing right there. Now, if you push it out, could it actually fit something in there? Let's find out. I tried to get this Prime Master, this Megatronus Prime Master in there. You can sit in there technically, but you can't shut this. And I was able to get this Bandai Gundam pilot dude in here. Technically he's in there. No, he's all the way in there. He's still sitting up. So that's cool. Alright, here he is next to Deluxe from Siege. A Deluxe mold. Of course they transform different. Like I showed you, this basically does not condense down at all. It just puts its arms up. So it's gonna be longer. But yeah. There we are with that. That was gonna be it, but I do have Alpha Trion, who is a Voyager class. So 2 Cybertronian spacecraft thingies. And I do have Blast Off. I love that. I always have on the PlayStation 5 in the background, and it always turns off my controller in the middle of me filming. Yeah, this is cool enough. It's a detailed, like, I can imagine this like actually like flying in the air, and this actually like doing some stuff like this to propel itself forward, like it's actually using the real tentacles. But since they're hard and they're not individual or articulated, you're not going to get that much. But reverse transformation, we can take these and bring them down. We can split this, rotate it, take this and bring it back. And like this peg clips into the arm right there. Same over here. Clip that into the arm. Rotate the arms forward. Rotate this around. Open this up so we can get to this. And we can bring the feet forward. Bring the legs down. And these panels hold the front part of his legs together. And you can bring this down to however you see fit. Angle his feet to be in an A stance, and boom. He is a Cybertronian again. One of the first Cybertronian. But yeah, he's cool. I like him. Thank you for watching this. Until next time, T-Man978 out of here. Hello everyone, T-Man978. Right now we're watching, yeah, that's what we're doing. Hello everyone, T-Man978. Right now we're taking a look at Transformers 8.
Figure action.
Join the Syndicate Toy Hunters Facebook group. Link in the description. Click the videos. Click the videos, baby. Click the videos. You should really click these videos. Click the videos.